Hello. Yeah. Hi everyone, Chelsea here. I've decided that I'm going to make another video today. I'm sorry that I didn't make one over the weekend or for the past few days. I've been really busy and I was pretty sick over the last little while, so if my voice is a little bit off, that's why. So I've been doing a lot of thinking and I've realized in the past couple videos that I've done, I say and and so many times. So I'm trying to give them a lot more forethought before I make them, so that way it cuts down on that a lot, because I know that that's fairly annoying. So I'm trying to give them a little bit more direction and thought prior to, so hopefully this one will have it a little bit less. First thing on the agenda though after that was that I've decided that at the beginning of every one of my videos I want to do what's known as a check-in. We do them at our clinic at the beginning of every session. It's just more or less to see how you're doing emotionally, to more or less get yourself in touch with your feelings, and as cheesy as that sounds, to teach yourself to be a little bit more mindful of the emotions that you're experiencing. So it's not just that you're just always a ball of feeling, a ball of emotion, and not letting them just run rampant without realizing. And really, if you're able to do that and figure out why you're feeling what you're feeling, or exactly what emotion it is, that can be great for helping you to figure out what your triggers are and things like that. So I highly recommend it. I know that it helps me. So yeah, it might be something worth you considering if you don't already do that. So today I'm feeling grounded right now, and I've relaxed a lot. I woke up this morning in a really good mood, and then I checked my email more or less right after getting up, and I had gotten an email from my ex-boyfriend. We just broke up about a week and a half ago. It was a year-long relationship, so I've been kind of in a really tough spot for the last little bit, and yes, I was the one that did break it off, and it was for good reason. I'm not going to really get into it, but it was for a just reason. It wasn't really what I wanted, but I knew that it was what needed to happen. So getting an email from him this morning saying that he needs to get his stuff back from me, it just really wasn't a good thing. It wasn't really how I wanted to start off my day, so it kind of made me a little bit anxious, but I've been doing some belly breathing and I'm just trying to calm myself down. I've been listening to music that always helps me to relax a little bit, so I'm much better now and I'm feeling more grounded, so that's good. But the topic that I wanted to discuss today was inpatient, not impatient, but inpatient as in treatment. For those of you that are a little bit perplexed by the way I speak or something like that. Recently, in the past couple of weeks, I did have it opened up to me to get myself into an inpatient center, a privatized one, back east. I'm in the West Coast here in Canada, just for those of you that don't know that. But I did have it opened up to me to go to a place called Bellwood. That's probably a little bit too personal, but anyway, this place back east in Toronto. It's a privatized center, supposed to be one of the best in the country, and because we don't really have anything like that in my province, there's actually a chance that I can get it covered by the government. So when really it would cost me $600 a day, it would be completely free and covered by the government. So I've been looking into getting myself into there, and the clinic that I'm going to see, my eating disorder clinic, they're actually completely on board for it if I want to go, because they think that if they feel that it's something that I think I need and I would benefit from, then obviously they're not going to be against it. And I did talk to my doctor as well, my GP, and she said that she's more than willing to help me try and get into it, so that would be good. There's that place that I'm looking into, and then I also did find out yesterday from my counselor at the clinic that there's a center somewhat similar to the place in Toronto that I'm looking at. There's a place that's opening up fairly close to where I am. I mean, it's still like a couple hours away, but it's within driving distance from where I am now. And they do have 10 spots there, 10 beds, an inpatient place, that would be covered by the government as well. So I am looking to see about getting myself into there. I have the admission form here. She printed it up for me yesterday, so that's just my patient assessment thing, the thing that I have to fill out myself. So I am considering it. It would be nice for it to be closer, because then I could have, really, if people want it, I could have actual visitors, because I mean, not many people are gonna, you know, take a flight, an 8-hour flight across an entire freaking continent to come and see me, because I mean, that's not really the, it's not that they wouldn't want to, but it's not exactly cheap, especially, flights in Canada are so expensive, it's ridiculous. You can fly, it's cheap. Anyway, that's a little bit of another tangent. I won't get into that, because that's a little bit of my own little rant there on its own. But, yeah, so I mean, they're two really great places that I am looking into getting into, and I've been trying to kind of figure out how I feel about both of them. I mean, really, I don't feel that obviously I'm not well, but I don't feel that I'm to a point where I'm sick enough to get into places like that. And I mean, I know that the second one, the one that's closer to me, that one is specifically geared to people that aren't, you know, in dire enough need to go, you know, get hospitalized for it. And right now I am medically unstable, but I mean, obviously, like, my thoughts and my emotional line of thinking is just not quite on par with how things should be, really. And I know that, because if I was, I wouldn't be going to the clinic and I wouldn't be getting help for it. So I know that I'm not in the best place ever. So it would be nice for me to get into that, but because I don't feel that I'm sick enough to be hospitalized, I do know I've really been trying to stop this line of thought, because I know it's not healthy, but a part of me feels like for me to actually get the funding and for me to actually get into these places, I feel like I almost have to make myself sick, you know, sicker than what I am, so that way, as stupid and as irrational as it is, I feel like I have to make it so that I'm taken seriously, so I have to get myself sick to a certain point, which is not, you know, it's not the direction that I want to be moving in, because that's really getting away from recovery, and that's really going to put a damper on everything that I've done, and that's not what I want to do. I want to be healthy, and I want to get myself to a good point. That's the whole point of me doing all of this, is to get better, and I know that I can get myself to that point. I don't have any doubt of that. I know that I can get myself to the point where I don't have disordered thoughts anymore, that this is not a part of my life. I know that. I have been able to, in the past, get myself to a point where I was perfectly fine. I wasn't having any disordered thoughts. I was able to eat all my meals. I wasn't calorie counting. I wasn't weighing myself. I was able to exercise, but not do it with any wrong intentions. I was fine. I was healthy, and I had worked really hard to get myself to that point, and I know I can get myself there again. It's just, I feel like by me going to one of these places, it's almost like me saying I'm giving up on myself, but really it's just, I've been trying to replace that line of thought with, this is me getting help, and this is me wanting to speed up the process, and this is me showing respect for myself and taking care of myself, which is what I want to do. And it's just, I find myself going back and forth and like, I don't know. I don't know if I know that I'm not being entirely rational with this, but has anybody else ever had thoughts like this, or found themselves in this kind of predicament, for lack of a better word? I don't know, I'm just trying to gain some perspective on it, and if anybody else out there has any words of wisdom that they can share with me, that would be so amazing, because I'm just kind of, I'm really torn, and I've gone through, I had a really rough year, but aside from that, the past few weeks on their own, the past, I guess, like month or so, has been really, really trying, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm staying level, unstable, and all that stress is just making it so easy. So if anybody can give me any kind of, I don't know, input at all, that would be just so lovely. Anyway, this video has been plenty long enough, and if anybody has any comments, questions, video responses, anything like that, I will respond. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut this video kind of short. So I hope that everybody's doing really well and you're having all really good days. Alright everybody, take care. Love you. Bye.